Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Corner to the World event. I saw some new faces, but I know most of you are already familiar with this event, right? So just a reminder, this is an event where we're going to explore differences in two different countries. And they're going to talk about today's topic. It's about climate and weather, and it is very interesting. So be prepared to learn the differences in two countries, and also be prepared to share your own thoughts in this event. Today we have another special guest. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but this is called 波波盒, because when you open this, it makes a sound like bowl. So it's made 波波盒, and inside it you will have two pens. But this case is very good to put your tea brushes. So when you travel, it's a really useful tool. Today, if you answer or if you're willing to share your thoughts, you will get one of this. This is just to encourage you to speak up more. Okay, today we have two guests. Elizabeth coming from Namibia and also Eric coming from Taiwan. So without further ado, let's welcome them to start today's event.
Okay, hello everyone. Just like Josie introduced us, I'm Elizabeth and I'm from Namibia, and
I'm Irene, I'm from Taiwan.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming today. And today we are going to explore the differences between our climate and weather between Taiwan and Namibia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you nervous, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. Actually, I don't know, I'm a little bit shaking. I don't know if it's because it's cold or I'm just nervous. How about you?
Yeah, sure, I'm definitely nervous. I just screaming all the time. So,
Yeah.
Are you nervous, guys? Are you nervous about maybe we will pick you to talk? Okay, that's okay, just take it easy.
Yeah, because we only have one question to ask you guys, so don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay, so at the first time, I think all of us were familiar with Taiwan is, right? If you don't, that's a big problem. Yeah? Oh, yeah, okay. So, Taiwan is here.
Yes.
But do you know where Namibia is? Does everyone see where is Namibia on the world map? You can try to find it, or Elizabeth, you give us
Oh, somebody already knows.
Oh.
Yes, very good. It's in the southern part of Africa.
It's
Yeah.
here, yes,
Yeah.
that's great.
Okay, has anybody been to Namibia? No?
Okay, and then you can get today's chance to know more about Namibia.
Yeah, and maybe you can visit.
Yeah, so it's a long distance from Namibia to Taiwan. So why are you ending in Taiwan, Elizabeth?
Well, I think the answer is short and simple. I think it's destiny.
Destiny, so Taiwan is your destiny.
Well, I think maybe part of it.
Oh, it's our honor.
Thank you.
Okay, so it seems that we have so different in geography, environment, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's why we have so many different climates. The first in Taiwan, we are lying across the Tropic of Cancer, and that's why we are separated into two different climates. The northern part of Taiwan is the subtropical climate, and the southern part of Taiwan is tropical climate. And also we have the monsoon, 季风. Monsoon is a kind of wind that blows from different directions. In the winter, we have a northeastern monsoon that will bring dry and cooler wind. And also in the summer, we have a summer southwest monsoon that will bring us some plenty of rainfall and also the dry wind. So, no, sorry, it's the humid wind. So that's why summer in Taiwan is always hot and humid. And also I would like to mention that the great part of Taiwan means the mountain system, especially the Jade Mountain system. That's our mountain that make our climate more diverse. Because of the height, we have more different climates than just tropical.
because the higher land will be more cooler, and or maybe sometimes in winter it's even snow. Yeah, so we have snow in summer in Taiwan.
Oh, interesting. Can you like see the snow like on the street or?
Maybe in Alishan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so how about the climate in Namibia?
Okay, for Namibia climate, I think that it's very different from the Taiwanese climate. So for our climate, we have two deserts. We have this is the Namib Desert that lies on the ocean, and we also have the Kalahari Desert, which also covers a big part of the country. So because of these two deserts, imagine you have two deserts in Taiwan, right? And it covers a big part of the country. It contributes to, it has a huge impact on the overall climate of the country, which makes it very hot and dry. And not only the deserts, we also have the Benguela, what we call Benguela, current that comes from the ocean that that is driven by high pressure, which also contribute to the dryness of the country, which then causes us to have little rainfall in the country. So yeah, so I'm just gonna share with you guys a little bit of facts about Namibia. Only 97% of the whole country is inhabited, meaning that nobody lives there. So 97% of Namibia is empty, and that is basically because of the geographical location and also the climate and weather, because nobody can live in a desert, for example. So yeah, so I'm just gonna show you.
Have you ever wondered why 97% of Namibia is empty? It's a question that may seem strange, but stick with me and you'll see that there's a fascinating explanation. As you may know, Namibia is a country in southern Africa known for its stunning landscapes and diverse wildlife. But despite its natural beauty, the majority of the country is largely uninhabited. So why is this the case? Well, it turns out that much of Namibia is made up of desert and semi-desert regions, which are not suitable for human settlement or agriculture. The Namib Desert, for example, is one of the oldest and driest deserts in the world, and it covers a large portion of the country's coast. But that's not the only reason why Namibia is so empty. The country has a long history of conflict and colonization, which has contributed to its low population density. During the colonial era, Namibia was ruled by various European powers, who often forcibly removed indigenous peoples from their land.
It looks like your country are really covered by the desert.
Yeah, almost actually, whole of Namibia is covered by the desert.
Yeah. So I think that's why the Namibia is so hot.
Have you ever...
And dry.
Yeah.
It's not like Taiwan. Taiwan is hot and humid, which is really annoying, right? We all agree with that. Yeah, so in Taiwan we have average sunshine of maybe 87 days per year. It also depends on different locations. In the southern part of Taiwan will be more sunshine. And also we have a huge amount of rainfall, which up to 2,200 millimeters per year. And also we have a relatively mild range of temperature. We have maximum temperature of 32 Celsius, and in the winter maybe it's average 18 Celsius. So how about this weather in Namibia?
Okay, so like I've explained before, Namibia is already hot and dry. So maybe based off of this climate, the hot and dryness, can anybody guess the number of days per year that we have sunshine? Like in Taiwan, it's 87 days per year, right? So does anybody want to guess how many days of sunshine we have in Namibia?
300.
300!
Any answer?
Wow!
Maybe 500?
500 per year.
100.
100?
100?
Any else?
200. Okay, so we have 300, 200, and 100. Actually, I want to say that Avery is spot on because it's actually 300. Namibia. So yeah, we have that much of sunshine. So that means that even during the winter, there's still some sunshine. So yeah, so let's look at the rainfall. Does anybody want to guess the rainfall?
Yeah, how many rainfall
Yes.
there should be?
Taiwan is 2,000.
About 100?
100? 100?
100?
Okay.
500? 600? 600? And you? 50?
Oh, 50.
50!
Oh wow, okay, let's see. So we have rainfall of about 278. Who was close to the answer? Anybody close? Maybe not. So you can see that there's so much difference in rainfall and compared to Taiwan and Namibia. And I think in Taiwan maybe they can achieve this in like a month, right?
Yeah, yes, we can reach this rainfall in a month.
Yeah. So with the rain in Taiwan, it annoys me a little bit because I'm not used to rain. Yeah. Okay. And like I mentioned, this is hot and dry. Does anybody want to guess the temperature? 45.
45?
Okay.
Anything else? Okay.
The maximum?
50.
50. My God. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah. The temperature is 40. So she was close. Yeah. So you can get a gift. Yeah. So the maximum temperature is 40. And the minimum. Anybody want to guess the minimum? 32.
32? Okay.
Okay. 20?
Okay.
Okay.
30.
30. Okay, one more.
50.
15. Okay, let's see. Surprisingly.
Oh!
Yeah, surprisingly enough, our minimum temperature is -5.
-5.
Yeah, so for Namibian climate and weather, when it's hot, it's extremely hot, and when it's cold, it can be really cold.
Is the -5 happens in a high mountain or regular city?
It's regular city. It's
Wow.
like winter, yes.
So does Namibia snow?
No, it doesn't actually snow. Maybe it's because it's hot, too hot. Maybe the
Yeah.
snow melts. I don't know. So yeah, so it doesn't snow, but it's cold compared to Taiwan's winter. So I think I prefer Taiwan winter compared to Namibian winter because Taiwan winter is not that cold. Like right now, is it winter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's winter.
Not winter.
Yeah.
It's winter. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that the Taiwan's winter is chill to you, right? So it looks like that Namibia have a relatively extreme climate,
Yes.
right? So is it looks like this in the whole year?
Well, no, actually, it's different. Just like Taiwan have different seasons, right? And our summer starts from October to March. I think is like the opposite for Taiwan. Like right now is summer in Namibia, and right now is winter in Taiwan. And our winter for 2 months, June and July. And then we also have autumn and spring. For summer, it rains and there's also a lot of sunshine. And in winter, it doesn't rain at all. But the winters in Taiwan, I realize it rains. I found it so weird. Why should it rain in winter?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about Taiwan seasons?
Yeah, let me show you videos and I will explain by the videos. Yeah, just as I said, we are a small island and lying on the ocean, so our seasons are relatively stable relative to Namibia. In the spring, we are in the March to the May, and this is getting warmer and warmer, even it's a little bit chill. But this is a great season for people to have outdoor activities, and also we have beautiful things in this season. We will have beautiful blossom of cherries, so many people will choose to, just like this, to watch the beautiful cherry blossoms and have outdoor activities. And in maybe it's June to August is our summer. It's the most hot and humid seasons in Taiwan. It's the most annoying seasons in Taiwan. And also in these seasons, maybe outdoor activity is also available because some people will choose to climb mountains, chill activities, and make us avoid the hot summer, right? And night market is also a good choice. And also we will have autumn. Autumn maybe is September to maybe November, yes. This season I think is the most pleasant season in Taiwan because the wind is chill and it's become a little bit cooler but not so cold. And also we can have outdoor activities such as Moon Festival. We will have a barbecue. Have you experienced it?
Yeah, I love barbecues in Taiwan.
Yeah, that's good.
Actually, in my country we don't call them barbecue.
Oh.
We call them rice.
Right.
So I had to find a way to adapt to barbecue, say barbecue from braai.
Oh.
Does anybody else here use the word braai?
No?
No?
Oh.
Okay, so it's barbecue, okay.
Yeah. So yes, and also we have winter, and our winter is relatively to Namibia's winter is more mild. It's warmer than Namibia's, but it's also cold for us. But I think it's good to adapt to it. Yeah. Okay. So that's the seasons in Taiwan. So for now, we just to take a look over the Namibia and Taiwan's weather and climate.
Yeah.
So
this, since we already discussed about the differences in our weather, we are gonna ask you a question. We have one question for you. Which weather do you prefer? Do you prefer the hot and dry weather of Namibia, or do you prefer the wet and the humid and
hot
weather of Taiwan? Which one do you prefer? So you can join Slido and answer, give your answer, and you can discuss with your neighbor. And then we are going to give you 2 minutes to answer. To discuss with your neighbors, and we are going to pick 2 of you guys to share your thoughts.
Yeah, and you can show your answer.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Ari, which weather do you prefer? Taiwan or Namibia?
I'm not sure. It's hard to answer because I didn't experience the weather. Oh, Taiwan.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't experience the Namibia's weather, but I would like to visit Namibia. So I choose Namibia. That's good. I would like to try and experience how is the dry and hot weather like. Because I really had a humid Taiwan. Weather in Taiwan.
Yeah, actually also, even though I've been living here for a couple of years, I find it a little bit hard to adapt to the humidity in the country. It gives me allergies, so like during winter I get sick a lot.
Oh,
yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you. Because I think I'm used to the dryness. So I think for me, I prefer Namibian hot weather.
Yeah. Maybe prefer Namibia's summer.
Yeah.
Taiwan's winter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you discuss with your neighbors? Not yet.
Yeah, you can share your answer with your neighbors. Which one do you prefer?
Okay, you can just volunteer to raise your hand and share your thoughts.
If you want to share your opinions and thoughts, you can just raise your hand.
Okay, time's up. Okay, now it's time for sharing.
Okay, does anyone pick Taiwan? If you pick Taiwan, raise your hand. I don't believe there is any. Okay, you want to share your opinions?
I choose Taiwan because I think the Namibia temperature is very hot and cold for me. Yeah, it's 40 degrees. It's very hot.
That's fair.
Thank you for your sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And Anyone that picks Namibia? Yes? Oh no? Okay, you want to share about Taiwan? Okay.
I choose Taiwan because the weather is more comfortable and we can do a lot of activities for most of the days.
Yeah.
For the clothes, we don't need to prepare a lot of different kinds of clothes.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, I love your sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone with Namibia? I'm really interested.
Namibia, who choose Namibia?
It looks like Jim chose Namibia.
Sean, you choose Namibia? Yeah. Maybe Sean can share.
I choose Namibia because I am annoyed. Taiwan is too humid.
I can relate.
Yeah, me too.
And when you stay in one place and if there's no wind or no sun, you feel very sweat.
Yeah.
Sweat a lot. And maybe I haven't been to Namibia before, but I believe that if it is too hot, you can just wear a t-shirt or something, but you won't be annoyed by it.
Yeah, you won't sweat a lot.
Yeah. I believe that, so I choose Namibia.
Actually, like I was not aware that I was capable of sweating until I came to Taiwan. Because I'm like in my country, you only sweat when you're maybe running or doing some work. But in Taiwan, you can be like coming from a shower and you're sweating.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for your sharing. So let's get back to the slides. Yeah, we all know that weather and climate has a big impact on agriculture and also the way of living.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious with Taiwan agriculture because like when I've been like going around Taiwan, I've seen that you also do a lot maybe, or maybe a little bit of agriculture. Like I've seen the farms around, and also I've also seen a lot of fruits in Taiwan.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm really curious to find out about the agriculture in Taiwan.
That's a good point. Yeah, sure. In Taiwan, we are always famous for our agriculture, especially some crops. That's because we have good soil, plenty of rainfall, and a good climate. So we have advantages for develop agriculture. So here are some fields. Do you know what is this? What is these crops, Elizabeth?
I'm not really sure, but I've seen them around, and I think they're so different from the fields in Namibia.
Yeah.
So what are they?
They are rice. Yeah, because we have so many fields that can grow rice. So rice are also our main course. And in middle part and southern part of Taiwan, there are more and more field of rice. So we can have so many crops like this. But although we have so many rice fields, our farmers are only take less than 5% as their job in the total employment. Yeah. But besides this, we are also have named as fruit kingdom. So we have so many famous fruits such as mango and tomatoes, lychee, and onions. In Iran, we have melon, passion fruit, and also this. Have you seen this?
Yeah, actually that is my favorite fruit.
Really?
And it was my first time eating it when I came to Taiwan. I think the Chinese name is Shija, right?
Shija, yes.
Yeah, it's really tasty.
Yeah, Shija, and also in English its name is custard apple or sugar apple. And, yeah, sugar apple. And custard because its texture looks like custard, right? Yeah, it's custard apple.
But it doesn't look like apple.
Yeah, maybe green one. Oh,
Yeah.
mention about it looks like. Do you know what it is called 释迦?
Shija.
释迦, yeah. Because it looks like the Buddha's head. So in Buddha in Chinese we maybe say 释迦牟尼佛. So that's why we call it 释迦.
So the name is from because Buddha means interesting. Okay.
But this is the crops in Taiwan, so maybe it's rare in Taipei. And besides fruits, we also have thousands of crops and vegetables around Taiwan. So we are really good at agriculture. But I'm really curious about the agriculture in Namibia because you are hot and dry, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you develop your agriculture?
Well, surprisingly enough. Surprisingly enough, even though we don't have, we have little rainfall in my country, 70% of Namibian population heavily depends on agriculture. Compared to Taiwan, is only 5%, and you have a lot of rain. Yeah, so I think also maybe it's from the cultural part of it that we are so much into farming, and also maybe that we have more land. So yeah, we are very much into farming, and we do both crops and animal farming, usually cattle. And there's also a fun fact about Namibia that people say that there's more cattle in Namibia than people.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
More sheep than people.
Yeah, because there's only 2.5 million of Namibians. So yeah, so the rainfall part of it, even though it's little, we have a lot of underground water, and we use irrigation to help our plants with the water, even though we have little rainfall. So this video just show you a little bit of agriculture in Namibia.
About 70% of the Namibian population is directly or indirectly.
70%?
Yeah.
That's less than 5.
Yeah, interesting.
Farming subsectors and is the largest employer by sector in the country. Agricultural activities are largely road-fed and highly susceptible to climate change and variability. Hence, there is a need to invest in intensive agricultural production systems such as irrigation in order to meet the national food demand. The main economic crops that are produced in Namibia are white maize, wheat and pearl millet.
You can also see that the fields are different from Taiwan fields, right? Yeah.
But it's mainly used as animal fodder. High-value food farming already established in Namibia include grapes, dates, and blueberries that are exported to the United States, Emirates, and South Africa, among other destinations.
Yeah, so we also do a lot of support to different countries. Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like you have so many different kinds of crops that I see.
Yes.
But it reminds me one thing, that is our price of vegetables or crops will affect by some natural factors such as typhoon. Yeah, when a typhoon attacks, our price of vegetables will be higher and higher because it would take some damages on our fields. Have you experienced a typhoon attack in Taiwan, Isabel?
Well, actually, maybe not, no. Yeah, because I remember when I came here and I told my friends I was going to Taiwan, they were telling me that you cannot go to Taiwan, there's typhoon. But then surprisingly enough, when I came to Taiwan, and it's like they would announce, the government would announce the typhoon is coming. But then when the day of typhoon comes, I don't see any typhoon.
You feel nothing.
Yeah, it's just wind and rain. So I'm like curious, so can typhoon in Taiwan get like that extreme?
Yeah, so you feel that the typhoon in Taiwan seems just a normal rainy day.
Yeah.
I think that's because we are in a relatively safe place. I can show you this video. This video is the typhoon Koinu 小犬 typhoon in this year, and it brings huge damage to our islands in Taiwan, such as the Lanyu and the Pudao. So you can see there is a strong winds, and it can even break our buildings and windows and take so many damages and make people lose their home or house. So it can be very, very serious. Also, in typhoon days, this is not allowed to go to the beach because people may lose their life during typhoon. So it is really, oh, you can see the trees fall down and hit a car. Yeah, so
that's on some islands in Taiwan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it never like happened in Taipei.
Yeah, in Taipei it may be not so serious, but it can also bring some strong winds and strong heavy rains. But it's okay, we have some adaptation to typhoon. Have you seen these crows on windows or doors in Taiwan?
Yeah, actually I have, but I'm a little bit confused to why it's related to typhoon. Because when I see them on the windows, I think it means like do not enter. But apparently it has something to do with typhoon, so what does it mean?
Yeah, this doesn't mean do not enter. It's a way we use to increase the resistance of our windows against the attack of strong wind. Because maybe some physics mechanism, I don't really understand. If you know this, you can talk to me. Maybe some mechanisms that we use the elastic tab to put it on our windows. We can increase the resistance of our windows and to prevent it being broken by a strong wind. So every time when a typhoon is coming, our news will discuss what patterns or how long the tab should be or how big the tab should be. It can be a good prevention.
Right. So is it like a normal tape or is it like a special typhoon tape?
No special typhoon tape, just normal tape. The tape you use to put on your box. Yeah. Yes. And also we have the typhoon day off.
What do you do during typhoon day off? Because I feel like Taiwanese are very good at following orders. So
really?
Yeah. I feel like when the government announces that there's a day off, you would hardly see anyone on the street. So I'm just curious, what do Taiwanese do, or where do they go? Because for me, I just stay home and sleep.
Oh, maybe some of us will stay home, but as you can see, most of people are in karaoke or theaters. So we are really enjoying typhoon day off for sometimes. And also we also have a mean that means we don't welcome any typhoon that's too weak to let us have a day off.
So you want a strong typhoon?
Not really, because this can also bring so serious damage, as you see. So it's just a joke.
Yeah, we just want a day off.
Yeah, we just want a day off.
Yeah.
So is there any natural disaster in Namibia?
Well, yeah, of course.
Too hot or too dry?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but even though we have a little bit of rain, a little rainfall, our natural disaster is usually flood. We call it a funja. And
funja?
Yes. Oh, you said it right.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, so this is usually flood, and it happens, it doesn't really happen often. It happens like 20, 30 years.
Oh.
And I think it's also maybe the soil of Namibia and also the topography, and we have a lot of rivers. So when it rains heavily, sometimes I think the Namibian climate is weird. So sometimes when it rains really heavy, and then it just rains and the rivers start flowing and flooding everything in the country, and everything gets flooded. And the roads also sometimes get flooded, as you can see. The cars are almost submerged in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The car is floating.
It is, and this was actually in Windhoek, the capital city.
It's your capital city?
Yeah, it happened last year. And
did you live there?
Yeah, that's where I studied, but that's not where I lived. Yeah. So you can see that even one mall was actually destroyed, and they had to sue the constructors of the mall, and they had to build everything up from the ground.
Several buildings were damaged, including the police station in October.
Yeah, so during this time when there's floods, sometimes, like in Taiwan, you have a day off.
Yeah, so we have also maybe flood off, one day off.
A day off, we get like maybe almost like a week off.
Oh, you have a week off instead of day off.
Because yeah, instead of a day off, because the rain is, I mean the water is too much, and the soil takes time for it to dry.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you have to wait.
So you have to wait for the flood to dry, and yeah, and then for everybody to be able to go back to work.
So you also go to karaoke or theaters when flood week off?
Well, for Namibians, or maybe for most African, karaoke is not really common. So we prefer dancing over singing.
Dancing,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. So, but just like any other situation, it has disadvantages and advantages, right? So for flood, during flood season in my country, you get to see a beautiful scenery because Namibia is a dry country, so you don't really see this green in Taiwan. So you want to see the greenest part of it during flood season. So let's see the scenery of Namibia
reaches of
during
Namibia.
flood
One
season.
will find the country's best kept secrets. The Gondwana camera team recently visited the Zambezi region, and we would like to share the spectacular floodplain scenery with you. Take a look.
Oh, it looks like the Lion King.
Lion King. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
You cannot maybe see like water, what is laying around in Taiwan, right? Except lakes and yeah, then we have lakes. And then when there's no rain, there's no water, only during flood. But when there's no flood, it's very dry, there's no water.
So flood also brings some beautiful things to you.
Yeah, and we get to see the sceneries and eat a lot of fish from the rivers.
Wow, you can get fish hunting.
Yeah, you can go fish hunting. Yeah. Okay, so basically this is just the scenery of Namibia.
Wow, it's so beautiful. It seems like you have so many ways to adapt to your natural environment and stay with it. So I'm so curious about how you adapt to such arid conditions, how you live in such a hot area.
Yeah, even though Namibia is hot, we're still living there.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of ways to adapt to it. For example, you can see this is the traditional architecture of it's like the roof is made of like grass. It helps with insulation and keeping everything cooler. And usually this is for resorts in the desert, like when visitors come and visit the desert because it's hot. And we also, as we are in farming, we use indigenous plant use. Where the indigenous plant only adapts, it's like a drought plant. It can grow without a lot of water. And for farming, we do what is called Ohambo farming, where we move our cattle from one place. Like maybe if there's drought in this place, you move the cattle to a place where there's a little bit of rain.
Oh, wait, so you mean the people in Namibia, you have more than 2 farms?
Yes, it's common because I think,
wow.
Yeah, I think because also the land is a lot, so you can have a farm if you want, you can have 2 farms if you want.
Wow, so you are rich.
Yeah, and then we also have what is moisturizing oil. A lot of us use this just because it's hot and dry, so your skin is gonna get dry. So you have to moisturize your skin. So this is very common.
So is that your favorite brand? Because your skin looks so nice.
Thank you. This, yeah, I do like to use this even in Taiwan. Taiwan, but it's not really needed in Taiwan because it's humid enough. Yeah, okay. So I'm curious, what about how do Taiwanese adapt to such a humid conditions? Because I'm also struggling to adapt to the humidity.
That's a good question, because the humid weather is always annoying, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, we have a desiccant. Have you seen desiccant in where?
Well, I have seen desiccants in Taiwan. They use it in snacks, right? Like in food.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so weird because in my country we don't have them in food stuff. We only see them when you buy new shoes or like a bag.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember I was a little bit scared to eat the food from the packet with this. So I thought that maybe it's peeled and then I have to be poisoned.
Well, you don't be afraid, because this desiccant will make our snack, crackers or cookies more tasty. Because the water in our air will make our cookie become softened, that will make it have a bad taste. So we have desiccant to maintain that in a crispy situation and make it more delicious. Yeah, and also we still have the dehumidifier. The humidifier is, maybe you can think this is a huge desiccant in our house to make our house more dry and not so humid, make us feel more comfortable. Do you use humidifier in Namibia?
Actually not really common. I think I've got only to use a humidifier when I came to Taiwan.
Oh, so you have a you have a humidifier in Taiwan?
Yes, because it also helps me with my allergies.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the humidity,
Yeah,
so I need it. Yeah. So do you have?
Yes, I have my dehumidifier, but in Taiwan we have so different climates and weathers in southern part and northern part, right? So in southern part is when I was from Pingdong, I'm a southern part of Taiwan person. So when I was young, I always wondered why this world need dehumidifier. I don't know, I just don't understand. But when I moved to Taipei, especially to Yangning, I always think that I really want a dehumidifier. Yeah. So that's why we adapt to our humid conditions.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so even though we already talked about a lot about climate and weather, and as you can see that Namibia and Taiwan have different climates and weather, but I'm from Namibia, very hot and dry, and I am right now in Taiwan, hot and humid.
Yeah.
But I'm still adapting to Taiwan's weather, so I think humans can adapt anywhere. So I think even on Mars.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess this brings us to the end of our talk today. Does anybody has a question? Maybe about weather in Taiwan or Namibia?
Yeah. Do you have any questions about the lifestyle in Namibia or in Taiwan? If there's no question, we have one more question for you. You can discuss with your neighbors that what do you think about the differences between our maybe climates and lifestyles. You can have maybe 2 minutes to discuss with your neighbors, and after that you can share with us your experience or opinions, and you can get a 波波盒. Yeah, your time starts now. share? Just raise your hand, don't be shy. You wanna share?
Avery? Okay. Okay, nice.
I think this is very opposite. I want to come to the Namibia because I'm from Japan. So Taiwan is very similar to Japan climate and also some culture and food. So I want to go never big like food or some beer. So I want to go Namibia.
Yeah, but Japan ahead is cold, right? So way colder than Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay.
Taiwan is very good.
Okay, so we can go to Namibia next. Okay. Yeah. Keep sharing. Yeah. Okay, then I think this brings us to today's corner to the world movement. And thank you guys for coming, and we can take a group picture.